Hari Om Sarve Janah Sukhino Bhavantu. So I am continuing my part 3. Cosmic code is illusion, not fermions and bosons. So in the last 2 episodes we clearly saw that electron on observation behaves like a particle, and if not observed behaves like a wave. This is the standard equation, and which is so much so it perfectly correlates when you say cosmic code is illusion, because illusory, it is not definite, it is illusory. It behaves both like a particle and a wave. So something which is not definite and illusory cannot be permanent, and anything which is not permanent is not truth, and anything which is not truth cannot be a Paramatma, because Paramatma is defined as truth, total truths, no change. See, everything has its, because we are all interconnected. Now, how we are all interconnected? If you take a electron, it is a subatomic particle, and sub to that is fermions and bosons. Okay, forget it. In an electron, even an electron, if you know its velocity, you cannot know its position. If you know its position, you cannot estimate its velocity, because electrons are subatomic particles inside an atom. You have a nucleus. Inside the nucleus, you have the protons and the neutrons. Protons are positive and neutrons are neutral, no energy. Electrons are electrical energy swirling around the nucleus. So if you estimate its position, you do not know its momentum, its velocity. So if you know one, you do not know the other. If you know the other one, you do not know this one. See, so that means it is illusory concept. We are all interconnected. In the web wave field, we are all interconnected. Though Einstein said he doesn't believe all these particles and wave and all on observation, he says spooky action, but finally he says his son will find out or future scientists will find out. But the fact of the reality is the world is unreal. And if you take, anything, for example, if you take the conservation, the laws of the conservation of mass and energy at the pre-inflationary period, energy at the start cannot be more or less than the energy at the end. And you may ask me, at pre-inflationary, it was very hot before the Big Bang. Must be that infinitely small, very, very hot. And even if you go to the hottest of the hot stars, you don't have that type of an energy, because energy is totally dispersed. And they say the average density of the universe is 0, not infinite, it's 0. Therefore, the net energy of the universe could be positive and negative cancelling each other is 0. That's why I explained in my mathematics in laws of karma or meditation, I put that y is equal to a plus bx. When I extrapolated to multiple linear regression analysis, y should be 0. Because 0, you know what the number is. Infinite, I do not know. So that is a point. That means we are all interconnected to each other, and therefore there is only a web wave field without any expansions, and the nature at Planck's dimension is the same as the nature. That's what say Planck's dimension is 10 to the power of minus 43 or 1 to the power of 10 with 10 43 times. At the Planck's measurements, the lowest measurement, there if you take, everything is going to be the same. That's what they say. It's nature at the Planck's measurement, and nature now is all same. Atma is present in every cell of my body, in every cell of every living being, non-living being, in air, in water, in spirits. What you can perceive wavelengths from 380 nanometers to 700, for example. Your eyes can trap, the eyeballs can trap that frequency only. Beyond that, left and right, you can't. You don't know what's going on. So nature at Planck's measurements is same. That's what they say. Now, the universe in the electrons, if you want to take web wave field, everything is interconnected. There was a very beautiful experiments done by several people, Allen Aspect or Ryan Bell's theorem and all. For example, on a layman's explanation, in a burning candle, I pull out 2 electrons. One electron, I keep it here, and the other one, I throw it away, and the electrons travel almost at the speed of light, just about 300-400 kilometers less. After 5-10 minutes, it would have gone several billions of kilometers away, and I measure here. The electron which I am holding in my hand, say for example, it goes clockwise. The other electron several billion kilometers away knows my measurement here, and it goes immediately, it goes anti-clockwise, for example. That is, that electrons knows that I am measuring this is partner here. After several billions, and what proof do you want that the universe is that we are all interconnected. The two electrons at such a vast differences know each other's measurements. Huh. Well, in biologically, there was another beautiful experiment conducted by Steve Wax. What he did was he took a cell from me, tail from me, and then after 30 kilometers in a lab, he cultured in a disc that cell. And then after some time, he comes here and takes the cell and does a EEG measurement. That's called electroencephalogram. Electrocardiogram, like that, electroencephalogram, and measured it in a graph sheet. Like you measure your ECG, electrical activity of your heart in a graph sheet. He measured. And then he simultaneously measurement was done at my cell being cultured 30 kilometers away. And strangely, the graph exactly the same. The measurement, the activity, the electrical activity of my cell plotted on a graph sheet, exactly same as the electrical activity of my cell plotted in a graph 30 kilometers away in a disk. When they measured it, that means the interconnection is there. So in a web wave field, that's what they call scientists, web wave field. Everything is interconnected. I may have the cell of Julius Caesar in my body, or Mahatma Gandhi in my body. They have died several years back. That cells cannot die, right? Matter cannot be created or destroyed. They change the form. Therefore, everything being interconnected, there cannot be a separate activity. See, what happens if electron is activated by an energy, electrical energy or so, it vibrates. So for example, in the same way, our human life is vibrated by illusions. We have the vibration only by illusions. By illusions we see the Dvaita. By illusion only we have all these feelings. So everything is Maya. Absolute Maya. Illusion. How can the electrons behave like this? If you take a wonderful science called hologram, it very clearly states the part contains the whole. See, mathematics, we know there is a universal set, there is a subset, there is a subset is different from the universal set, that's okay in mathematics. But in hologram, that science, the part contains the whole. So yourself, whatever it is, the nature is Atma, it contains the whole Atma only. So what you think as an individual Atma and all may be illusionary. Is illusionary. That is what even Bhagavan, everybody says, Mayaya me nirmite. Everything Bhagavan says in Uddhav Gita to Uddhava, is a long-time friend, in chapter 5 verse 3, Mayaya me nirmite, moksha bandhu, moksham and bandhu kari, adye, Mayaya me nirmite. Everything Bhagavan says is established only through Maya. Bhagavan himself says his manifestations, his Tanu, manifestations, generation after generation is only through Maya. So that means when the Maya comes into play, when an electron is agitated by an energy, it vibrates or gives out the energies or whatever it is. When the matter is hit by illusion, it gives out all these illusions. When the matter is hit by an energy, it gives out all these illusions, our five senses, our perceptions. Therefore, it is very clear that Maya, illusion, is the only cause, and the world is unreal. Therefore, the cosmic code, as per scientists, may be fermions and bosons. But in my opinion, and in the opinion of the elders, it is only, the cosmic code is only illusion. There cannot be nothing real. If you have seen a movie called Avatar, the spoon is bent. So the Buddhist boy, the scientist asks him, the person asks him, oh, you have bent the spoon, how did you do that? The Buddhist boy answers, I have not bent the spoon, I have bent your mind. Your mind sees as if the spoon is bent. Therefore, my dear friends, this is the part 3 of my lecture on cosmic code is illusion. You can also refer to my book, which I had published some 7-8 years back. It's available in e-Kindle format in Amazon.in or in Google Books in electronic format. And you can buy that. It is very comfortably priced, competitively priced for all people to read. And with this, I end today's lecture. Shall continue henceforth my part 4. Till such time, Bhuyat Tavat Shubhamangalam. Hari Om.